Canadians are racist. I don't know why people. We're nice people, but Canadians are racist as shit. Especially if they can do it covertly, like they don't have to say it to your face. You know, they're very racist, and there are studies to prove it. Canada's among the most active online racist country. Now, when population and size for the country is taken into account, we found that Canadians were more represented. This would suggest that when it comes to the right wing extremism online, Canada's up there. This is what Davey told Complex Canada. Now, again, not surprised by any of this. I've dealt with it in my own life. I've dealt with it talking to people on the phone. You are now invisible, and you're back, looking like you look like Ghost Dad. And yeah, who's surprised?
This technology shit, man. This technology shit, I can't keep up.
Who's surprised by this? What are your thoughts?
I mean, it's a lot going on right now, man. There's a lot going on in the world, and when I see what's going on in the world as far as the racist aspect of it, I say, yo, that's crazy, because I live in Ontario, and in Ontario, it's so diverse that as much as I know that racism happens here, you would think that it would be a lot less because you're always surrounded by a bunch of different people. So to hear about things that happen like this in a country, you know, I'm pretty sure a majority of those were from Ontario, just because it's gotta be. It's just gotta be. We're talking about social media and all that stuff. So
let's keep it local. Muslim family killed in predominantly hit and run in London, Ontario. So I want to start off by saying rest in peace. Condolences goes out to that family. 3 adults, 1 teen, and a child in hospital with serious injuries from the incident. This happened on Sunday. Now, one of them was a 74-year-old woman, another one was a 46-year-old man, a 44-year-old woman, and a 15-year-old girl. Now, 20-year-old was charged on Monday with 4 counts of murder and 1 count of attempted murder in a hit and run. This was involving a pickup truck. How fitting. And police believe that it was a targeted attack on a Muslim family of 5. Terrorism charges are also possible. Sounds about right. And this gentleman's name, that's a bit of a stretch. This asshole's name is Nathaniel Beltman. He's 20 years old. So, are we the most racist people online? Sounds like it. But
according to this one, we're number 3 in the world.
Oh, really?
That's according to that stat, according to that thing. That entire search, we're number 3 in the world, only behind the U.S. and the U.K. And this study covered 11 million users across 7 different platforms, which included Facebook, Instagram. You know all the platforms. I don't know how to name them.
What could have prompted? I mean, this guy's 20 years old, so he has a little bit of life experience. We know in children, racism is taught at home. I mean, they're not out there yet, right? You know, they don't even... What's this? They don't even know. They're not out there yet. So we know that this guy's 20, so he's had some life experience, high school, maybe some uni, whatever. You're in London, Ontario. If you're unfamiliar with London, Ontario, it's white.
Great parties.
All right, I'll give him that. But it's white. Now, what do you think would have prompted this? I'm at a loss.
I have absolutely no idea what prompts something like this. You have to do shit like that. You got to be able to enter the mind of somebody like this. But I'll tell you what a lot of people should not be surprised about. What I was surprised, I'm not surprised that there's racism in Canada. That I'm not surprised about. It's the amount of people, like I said. The amount of people confuses me. But I understand something, and I've come to understand something. All these protests out here and all these rallies and all that stuff, they're great. They're good, you know, because they serve good causes. But what they're doing is actually fueling these people who before felt like they needed to hide their racism. Now you give them the spark on their lightning rod, and they feel like they need to counter what you're doing to them. And that's when you have them coming out with these extreme acts of anger to counter. Because this guy didn't know this family. This 20-year-old didn't know this family. There's no reports that have come out that have said he did. I'm pretty sure they would have said that if it was true.
Right, a connection.
So you have to imagine the level of anger to go after random strangers. And that can only be pushed by something else that happened. Something else happened that angered and triggered this guy. And I'm not saying that it was these protests or anything, but I can guarantee you that the increase of support for the indigenous and the Asians and black people and all these other races, and these racist people are feeling like, these minorities are starting to catch up now. They're starting to get a little bit of recognition. And in Canada, we don't have a southern region where we can focus and say, that's the racist area. For us, it's scattered all over the place.
Right.
So we should never be surprised when these things happen, but we have to understand that this comes with rebellion. This is what happens.
The same way where we want to say enough's enough, they want to say, the other side wants to be like, whoa, wait a second. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Straight.
And one thing that I'll definitely take away from this, not about race, but it's just really just to treat every single interaction you have with somebody as an individual interaction. Like if I'm talking to a black person, I'm see how that interaction goes, and then based on that, that's how I feel about you, a white person. So even a cop, like I tend to prejudge police officers. You know what I mean? A lot. Yeah. For good reason, I think. But even with police, in real life, I'm going to start doing that, especially with police. You know what I mean? Because you don't know these people. You don't know how they woke up that day. So I say all that to say this. The dude, the piece of shit who ran this Muslim family, off the road in their pickup truck. Again, it wasn't reported in the article, but I think it's fair to assume he didn't even know them. He didn't even know them. I highly doubt this. I highly doubt this. But you know how some black people hate their own color, like their own skin color? Like they think they're white and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like reverse racism?
Jerry Springer. Yeah, just Jerry Springer episodes. Yeah.
For all he knows, that could have been them. The point is he didn't even know them.
Right.
You gotta get to know someone. I'm not saying if you get to know them and then you find out that they're a piece of shit, that gives you the right to kill them. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta get to know people. You gotta give people a chance. So this, to me, is heart-wrenching, and it says a lot. Like the online study, I'm not surprised about that. People say anything behind a computer screen. But this, I thought maybe, because I kind of seen the article on my timeline, I thought maybe it was just another like drunk driving incident. I didn't realize it was targeted. That's fucked up, man.
Everybody talking about this, man. Trudeau spoke about it. Doug Ford spoke about it just recently. Everybody's speaking about it. Obviously, the mayor of London spoke about it. This is crazy. And like I said, the fact that people are willing to do this in this type of climate, where there's this much focus on being sensitive to races, that shows you what we need to be prepared for.
Well, look at this, man.
It's not going to stop with this.
All I would say, again, and I'll leave it at this, just get to know somebody, man, before you judge them. Just get to know them. It's just skin color. Like, it's just, we didn't got no choice about this. Just like you don't have no choice about yours. The only thing you have a choice about is the words coming out of your mouth. The actions, because you have control over that. So get to know the person before you say, all right, I rock with them or I don't. All right? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Rest in peace. Condolences goes out to that family. And I hope they throw the book, the chair, the building, and everything else that they could pick up and throw at this kid's face. Put him under the jail.
Building, eh?
Yeah, but matter of fact,
just pick up the whole building.
Just ship him. Just ship him. Just ship him to like a Middle Eastern country. Let him serve his time there. All right?